What's going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is called the generalities of being selfish, and the generosity of being selfish. Sorry, I don't know if I said that, but and for a more in-depth explanation of some of the things I'm going to be talking about, I recommend you watch the video that I made, How and Why the Universe is a Love Simulation, or Simulator, and how to use this message in everyday life, even though I'll be talking about some of this in this video, but for a more in-depth explanation, you can see that video. Anyways, for those who have seen that video, for those who haven't, basically the universe is, all negative things and positive things as well. But especially the negative things that, people usually don't love. They're created because of, especially like negative mindsets, they're created because of lack. So what you do is you fill those holes that the so-called lack, creates. I mean, it doesn't actually. Well, I can go into that later, but basically, that's what that's why this universe is a love simulator. And what this has to do with this video is, in order to really be able to love anybody fully, you have to love yourself, love these holes until they become nothing. Because if you don't, you're going to have resentment. None of these holes are going to be filled. I mean, you can get other people to try and fill them for you, but then you'll be playing like power games and manipulation games. So actually, in a sense, being selfish in this way is actually more selfless, I would say, than actual, selflessness that some people, call selflessness, where they just love other people because, it's like the righteous thing to do or whatever. But in actuality, the way to do this is to love your holes, so to speak. I call it holes because that's what the mind creates when it creates negativity. It creates this lack, these needs that need to be filled, need to be fulfilled. You just love those needs those holes that the so-called needs create until they're filled. And the reason why this is, there's a couple of reasons why this is better. One, it's easier this way, because once you've done it for yourself, then, automatically you can turn to other people and love them, not because you need them to love you back or because you need them for something or whatever it is, to play mind games or manipulate them or whatever, but just because you can, it's not that difficult from that point. And the other real interesting thing that happens is like I said, once you fill those holes, there's nothing really else that you have to do. You just love those other people, try and fill their holes. Their so-called lack with love. Because the only thing that's actually a lack there is a lack of love. That's why this universe is a love simulator. Because these the so-called negativity is not a lack of like circumstances like money or anything like that. It's a lack of love. That's all it is. And this is why we were created. This is what the point of our soul is to love. Unconditionally. In a way to start, was we have to start with ourselves. Otherwise, like I said, resentment and all this other stuff will build, and we feel like we'll have to like lie and manipulate other people in order to get some kind of love or approval or something back that we feel like we need from them. But in reality, we don't actually need them. Those things. All we need to do is to love ourselves, love these needs into non-existence, or at least love the holes of lack that they create until they become non-lack. At which point the needs don't become needs necessarily anymore. They become preferences, or they disappear, or it's something in between. So, anyways, this is just a basic overview of why loving yourself could actually be more of a generous thing to do. Than loving yourself could be more or being selfish, or basically loving yourself, could be more generous thing to do than to love other people more. And this is just, like I said, a very basic overview. Anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix. If you like this video, please like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and if you got some kind of benefit from it, share it to other people so they can get the same kind of benefits as you did. This is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you in the next video.